Push the weight enough flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Oh, wait, what? Y'all forgot? What's today?
Monkey Tuesday!
Now let's do this roll call. Now that y'all are awake, Shemaine, salute, Todd Swindle, Michael Fleming, D4L, Rick Blackwell, Anwar Willis, Jalen Hudson, not 86, Stormy in here with everything, salute, Sam Mack, Fine Sniper, David Scott III, Rod Neal, Columbia, Bernard Gilbert, Mr. Tiptoe, Dal Anderson, 88 Sports Talk, Chilltown, GG Champ, HMC, Dragon Fang, G McCall, Welcome Down Van Howder, salute. Coach Hudson in the building, David Scott III, World Constrictor, salute. Let's get to the smoke. Des, what up? This kid turned himself in yet? I just woke up 30 minutes ago. Did he turn himself in yet? I'm asking. Has he? Because I don't know. I ain't checked the news. I ain't do anything this morning. You know, the 3 S's, shower, shit, shave. So now y'all see why the U.S. Marshals got to come look for him? Because regular PD in Miami can't find him. Is today going to be the day? Unique Dawn, salute. Is today going to be the day? Didn't I say turn yourself in? I'm annoyed now. I'm annoyed. I went from being concerned, now I'm annoyed. Shogun, salute. Now I'm annoyed. This dude knows better than this, man. Dion, what up? Now I'm annoyed. To the Tank Fanatics, he's not doing right by you. He's not doing right by you at all. Aaron Jordan, salute. To you fake race soldiers. You black, right? You black? Yeah, I'm black. So is he. I don't care how yellow he is. He's black. Is he doing right by the community? No. BVO, salute. No. This is ridiculous. Now I'm annoyed. You know what made O.J. Simpson look guilty? Let's dial it back. A lot of people say he didn't do it. Some people insist he did it. I'm not talking about that. You know what made him look guilty? The goddamn Bronco chase. More on that probably tomorrow. Because there's something else I want to talk about. How this all ties in. It's kind of funny. But the Bronco chase, I remember that like it was yesterday. I was like, yo, what is that? That's OJ? What's going on? The world saw that. Guilty people aren't supposed to haul ass. Why are you running? You didn't do nothing. Why are you running? There's no way out of this, bro. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. Benjamin, salute. Jose in the building. There's no way out of this. There's no more phone calls and talking and, yo, man, just give her about $1 million, leave me alone. The time for that is gone, bro. Aaron, salute. That's over with. Answer this and deal with the consequences. MXC, salute. Dragon Fang. Exactly. Innocent people don't take off running. I live in New York. I was a teenager in the 90s, the early 90s. Giuliani was the goddamn mayor. Do y'all have any idea what was going on in this city? Yo, one night, I had a girlfriend that lived on Sheridan Avenue, a block over from the concourse. Chilling with her, I left her house like at 1 a.m. I literally walked out her building, made a left, got to the corner of 167th Street, sector car pulls up, get on the gate. So they pat me down, do you have any guns or drugs? I said, you can't ask me if I have any drugs. Come on, I know the game, man. Can't ask me that. I don't know how it works in y'all city, but police officer asked you, do you have anything in your pocket I need to know about? I said, no, I have a wallet, my house keys, and a bag of tokens. This is before Metro cards, y'all. This was 1992. I had a bag of tokens on me. Where you going? I'm going to the train around the corner, the D train. Where you coming from? My girl's house. Dumbass asked me again, you got any drugs on you? No. What did I just say? Brother Reef, salute. What did I just say? PJs, what up? Young Abel, salute. Now, if you tell the officer, I only got a wallet and my house keys, and he's patting you down, and he feels something else that don't feel like what you described, now you gave him cause to go in your pocket. Yo, you said you had a wallet, right? You said you had house keys, right? Right here, this don't feel like what you're telling me it is. What is that? Now he can go in there. And if he pulls out, I don't know, a book. Oh, you ain't tell me about this book. Okay, so now he shakes the book and some crack falls out, or a bag of weed back when it was illegal. Now you got a problem. That's what you call searches incidental to a lawful arrest. But whatever, we ain't gonna go down that road. So I got tossed. I'm like, y'all done? Or what's going on? They was like, oh, nah, because someone said they saw you. I said, ain't no one see me. I was in the house all day. I just woke up off her couch 10 minutes ago. Mouthwash, and now I'm leaving. I'm going home. I walk up to the corner, make a right turn. Another unmarked car pulls up. No, the first car was a sector car. The other car was unmarked. He made a U-turn across the Grand Concourse, bumping over the median. Boom, boom, boom. Flash the light in my face, get on the wall. I'm like, here we go again. But these DTs were mad aggressive. Everyone talking to me. Where you going? Where you coming from? I'm like, oh, whoa, one at a time. I'm answering all questions, one at a time. I can't. Who do I talk to? Where you coming from? My girl's house. Where your girl live? Around the corner. What building? So there's 5 buildings there. I don't know her building number. So if I go and take you over there, you can say, yes. What you got in your pockets? A wallet, house keys, and a bag of tokens. Joe Townsend, salute. So after they got done molesting me, they got back in the car. Hey, you stay out of trouble. Man, fuck you. I go downstairs, pay my fare, go past the turnstile, and before I can sit down and wait for the train, here come 2 other assholes. I got tossed 3 times in 10 minutes. Salute, Rach. Yeah, I hated this city in the 90s. It got to a point where I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm taking cabs everywhere. Because if you wasn't worried about the police, we had a bad gang problem out here. Y'all have no idea what we were dealing with out here. And this is before Bloods and Crips. Y'all have no idea. You, listen, I was fortunate that I knew people everywhere. But y'all heard me talk about Brooklyn? All right. Don't get caught in the wrong projects. You're not going to make it. The box cutter era was crazy out here. Brooklyn was the only place that I never been so happy to see a cop. I'm running for my life. Like 100 Deceps chasing me to the D train. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking die. And what was I doing out there? A girl. Yeah, I got the girl, but I almost got that business on the way out. Chill. Giuliani had New York. It was crazy. He gave the police the okay to do everything, bro. It was sick. It was sick out here. 3 times. You know what I didn't do though? You know why I brought that up? I ain't run. Now I know there's some cats out here saying, well, the Cubs could have planted something. They could have, but you know what? If I took off running up 167th Street, then down the Grand Concourse, if I took off running, what does that make me look like? It's a lose-lose. Yeah, they could have planted something on me. There were definitely cops doing shit like that. But I made it worse by hauling ass. I made it worse. I ain't trying to do that. First thing they do when they catch you is, why'd you run if you ain't do nothing? Well, shouldn't have ran. When you see a stray dog and y'all catch eyes, you know what happens if you turn around and start running? He gonna chase you. Some of them will chase you. Snacks, what up? Tim, what's good? Some of them will chase you. I don't know. Dogs are just wired like that. Some of them will think it's playtime. You can't read that. Why are you running? Why is this dude running? Why? Do you know how ridiculous this is? Why is the U.S. Marshals chasing this kid? Why? For what? Why did it get here? For what? Realize how ridiculous this is? Do you realize he's looking guilty? Yo, bro, listen. I've been past the point where the expected suspects that run around the internet defending Mellow Yellow, I've been thoroughly convinced that you guys are criminals yourselves, with criminal records yourselves. All right. You defend criminals, but you're not bright enough to be a lawyer, which is why you never did it. I use this term grown adolescent because that's what you are. You're an adult, and some of you dudes, one dude in particular, Victor, old enough to be my father, and you're running around defending this. It's true that some cats never mature. Some cats never mature. You just don't. You just don't. You never mature. The majority of y'all just retarded. Davis fans are just retarded. At this point, it is Monkey Tuesday, and this kid has not turned himself in. Follow of No Man, salute. I rock. Salute, brother. He has not turned himself in. Whether you think he's innocent or not, whether it's the law's fault, that girl's lying again, and your tanky wanky just didn't do this. He's supposed to answer this warrant and prove his case. Rich, what up, brother? He's supposed to go to trial and get judged by his peers and answer this and prove his innocence. There's no justifying this. This is ridiculous. To be on the side of this kid at this point, just doing any old thing, it's deeper than him. It's you. That's why I got him on here bouncing around like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid. He's a fucking baby. And he probably got that tattoo on his ass. Y'all remember the Cabbage Patch Kids? The creator put his signature on their butts, which to me, I'm like, of all places, why would he put it on the backside of this doll? I ain't like that. That was weird to me. If y'all don't know, the Cabbage Patch Kids were the hottest thing on the market in the 80s. People were stampeding over this doll. And everybody had one. My little sister had one. Go look it up. This was ridiculous. Y'all remember the Elmo doll phase? Y'all remember that? It was very brief. People were getting knocked over for the Elmo doll. That was a few years ago. The Cabbage Patch Kid era in, I want to say 83, probably 84, something like that. Perfect Black, salute. That was unlike anything I've seen. It was making the news every day. There were riots over these dolls. That's y'all over Tank. 84, thank you, by Kaliko. My sister had two. She had a little white boy, and then she had a black girl that talked. I forgot their names. You get to name them, and they have birth certificates. There were, Unique, Dawn. There was riots over these dolls. I didn't get it, but whatever, man. But that's y'all over this dude. Well, I told y'all, if y'all want to do right by him for real, tell him to turn himself in before he gets himself hurt. But it's now Monkey Tuesday. They sicked the U.S. Marshals on his ass, what, Friday? Last Friday? It's at the point right now where I went from kind of feeling sorry for him. I was feeling sorry for him. Yeah, I remember the PS2 release. I remember that. Yup, you're right. I was feeling sorry for him. Then I'm concerned, like, hey, man, look, man, don't play with these people. Now it's Monkey Tuesday, bro. What are you doing? Broken Traditions in the building. Salute. Oh, they make them? Oh, man. I didn't understand. Curtis, what up? I didn't understand the phenomenon behind that, but whatever. I was a kid. I'm watching the news like, why are people, it looked like a WWE riot. When all the wrestlers get in the ring and start fighting, that's what it looked like in a toy store. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. All right. That was wild. Kaliko made a ton of money off of that. Here for boxing, salute. Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, see, the old heads that are defending this behavior, look, just watch them, man. There's a saying called check the fruit on the tree. All the old heads that are defending this kid, right? Just peep their opinions on things. That's all I could tell you. Peep their opinions on things. Just peep their opinion. Naquan, salute. Peep their opinion on things. There's no defending this. Now, whether you think he did it or not, at this point, it's irrelevant because that's actually a different conversation. That's a different conversation, whether you think he did it or not. As it stands right now, he's on the run. What's he going to say at this point? He's been on the run for literally 5 days. Vince, what up? 5 days, right? It's been 5 days. At this point, he's nowhere on planet Earth where he could say, well, I didn't know. First of all, he better be in the United States because due to the conditions of his probation, he can't leave the country without asking his probation officer. Remember he tried to go to Japan? And they deaded him like, nah, I don't care if it's your birthday. And by the way, when he was trying to go to Japan for his birthday, I was like, ain't he supposed to be training for Lamont Roach, the fight that I didn't ask for? What's going on? It's just lie after lie after lie after lie. Hey, man, he's in Florida, right? Did he get on a boat and go to Cuba? That's possible. I don't know, but where is he? Y'all are not concerned? Hey, man, this dude's been radio silent. Is he alive? I'm not joking, bruh. If the kid's alive, I said, turn your dumb ass in. What is wrong with you, bruh? There's no getting around that. That's what I'm saying here for boxing. What innocent man goes on a run to this degree? There's been 2 times in my life I was accused of something, not to the degree where the law got involved, but in school. I've been accused of something, and one time it was a girl. And I said, nope. Who, what? Nope. Got out the lunchroom, went and grabbed the teacher, said, I need to go to the principal right now. Because this chick lying, da-da-da-da-da-da, I wasn't even there, da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, whoa. And I made a big deal out of it. Mo Boxing, what's good, brother? UK, stand up. Tay, good morning. I made a big deal out of it. I said, nope, you ain't doing that. I had nothing to do with that. You just pointing fingers now. Nope, don't put me in that. The other time, I was a full-blown adult on a job. I'm like, excuse me? Nah. We going to see the boss right now. What you're alleging, I didn't do. Fuck out of here. Wasn't even at work that day. You bugging. I come in on my days or after my days off. They was like, yeah, because something happened. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, well, they said you what? That happened when? Sunday? I'm not even at work. How the fuck did I get out of here? Hassan, what up? Nicholas, what up? Nope, we going to the boss. That happened? I was not even here. Shut up. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yes, salute, Queen. Never forget the Bronco truck. I always said, look, man, I know OJ's going through something, but he hauled ass, y'all. And when he pulled up on the property, he had a gun on his lap, and he was about to blow his brains out. His son had to talk him out of that. Does an innocent person do that? I'm not going to be sitting there talking about, yo, I'm going to be guilty no matter what. I might also just end it all right now. Over that smut that was cheating all over you? Bonnie, whatever her name was? you gonna off yourself and you didn't do it? No, Abdul, what up? I'd rather have my day in court. I'ma fight till I die. Rod Neal, salute. I'ma fight till I die, because I didn't do that. Yeah, she was cheating all over me and she was a smut, but I came home and her head was damn near hanging off her body. I ain't do that. I don't care what y'all say. And it worked out in his favor, because Mark Furman was a fucking racist. And his racism is what blew that case, realistically. How the fuck you cover the bodies? They said, well, his DNA was on it. I was like, yeah, well, you grabbed the sheets from his linen closet. I think he grabbed the sheets from off his bed where he sleeps and covered the bodies. And they said, Mark, is that protocol? Well, is it protocol? No. So of course his DNA gonna be on it. I said, man, the case over. I don't care at this point if he did it or not. The case is over. He fucked up. Once you start fucking the protocol, and then they pulled up his rap sheet and said, yeah, man, you have all these complaints of racism. You fucked with people in the field so bad, everyone has complained about you, and it's all written right here. Then he gets an OJ case. I finally get the lynch me one. $1 million nigga. Mark Furman blew that case. Well, there were some other things, but Mark Furman blew that case. I remember that. And I remember exactly where I was. I was getting some work done on my car. And it was crowded at the mechanic. And he turned on the TV. They said they're about to read the results from the OJ trial. And everybody was quiet. And when they said not guilty, everyone erupted. People were screaming in the streets, because you know why? That was a win for the community. It was the first time people in that era got to see a black person not get publicly lynched by the system. That's what the celebration was. Now, whether you thought he did it or not, the fact that they exposed Mark Furman as a racist, and the fact that a black man got off from from being accused of committing a heinous crime to that degree, and the fact that it was a white woman. The Dream Team did their job. Mark Furman fucked it up. All he had to do was follow protocol. Do y'all understand? His racism fucked up that case. He did that. And in the Bronx, the place erupted. A lot of people were mad. Now, to Nicole's family, they spoke out loud. I don't think to them it was about race. They were just saying, hey, man, I think this guy did it. And I get that. But for us as a community, it was totally about race. Especially when we learned what Mark Furman did. They said, man, if this man's guilty, just let the system do what it do. Ratchet, salute, brother. Just let it do what it do. He's guilty. But when we found out Mark Furman had all these civilian complaints and it was alleged racism, and this was way before the OJ trial. And then he's covering the dead bodies with linen from his bed or his closet. I'm like, of course his DNA is going to be on there. They harped on that and said, look, he tried to make OJ guilty. That DNA thing, hey, man. Maybe I'll revisit that case on Pep Talk. But I have a interesting thing about OJ, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. It's relevant to boxing. Y'all see it tomorrow. But can Tank Davis cry racism on this? Bob, salute. Yeah. The Brothers UK in the building, salute. He can't cry racism. What we doing here, Tank? What we doing here? Are you trying to commit suicide? Is he going to pull an OJ? Are we going to be just out and about with our day? Javon, salute. And then, breaking news, Tank is doing 100 down I-95. We got a chopper on him. He's driving in his Escalade. That's him. It's going to be another Bronco incident. Law enforcement, don't forget, everybody that was on the job back then, they either dead or retired or both. They're going to be like, nah, we ain't letting this nigga get away. We get him. One false move, get Swiss cheesed up. That's a bar. Now, I already done told you, dumbasses, I don't want that for him. But what does he want? I already told y'all, dumbasses, I want him to turn himself in before this get ugly. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Monkey Tuesday. We 5 days in, right? Why is he not in custody? He's a worldwide superstar, right? He's walking around with a hoodie on and a fitted cap. Or he in somebody's house. K-Rod, salute. Main biker, salute. He in somebody's house. He in Mag 7 house. Did that nigga actually say that, the law was looking for a relative and he put them up in the crib, or he said he would do that? Because sometimes when he was talking, I'd zone out like, what are you talking about? I don't care if it's a relative or not, bro. You listen. One of my cousins showed up to my crib, yo, man, what's going on, man? Yeah, what's going on with you? And we get to talking, he's like, yeah, I got a warrant. Okay. What do you mean you got a warrant? Yeah, I got a warrant. The whole time he's talking, I'm putting on my boots, grabbing my coat. I'm like, all right, we need to come with me. Huh? Yeah, you need to come with me. I'm not asking whether you did what you did or not, but why are you out and about to the point where you have a warrant issued for your arrest? I'm not talking about whether you did it or not. You need to go answer that warrant. For all I know, they fucking followed you here. Do you know you're putting me at risk for that? Do you know that's a charge for me right now? Do you know that? Are y'all niggas thinking about that? Oh, Drew, you sell out your family. No, your family's assholes for having a warrant and showing up to your goddamn crib, putting you and your family at risk. That's selfish. Now get your ass up and we going to the goddamn precinct, you dummy. Got my family here. You got a warrant coming over here huffing and puffing. CD, what up? That's selfish. You dumb niggas with this dumb nigga mentality talking about, I'll hide him in my basement. Man, shut up. Hide him in your basement next to your Tank Davis poster. Shut up. Xavier, what up? Thank you. Harboring a fucking fugitive. That's a charge. That's a charge. You're automatically at risk. He could come by, you could give him a drink and feed him and be like, all right, man, I'll see you later, man. Good luck with that. He could leave. Next thing you know, Popo at your door. Yeah, man, was your cousin here? You better not lie. They at your door for a reason. They don't just show up to get coffee and eggs. They got news. That's why they're banging on your door. You better think fast. Yeah, he was here last night, man. I gave him a bottle of water, and I have to work in the morning, so I had to go to sleep. But I was on my way to the precinct to tell y'all right now, no, nigga, you supposed to call 911 as soon as he left. Come with us. Now you in it. You guys think this is the movies? Okay. I have another situation that happened. It didn't directly involve me, right? When I started working at Transit, I was working in Harlem, right? So at the depot I was working at, I'm looking out the window, and it's summertime. So, all these kids are outside doing wheelies with their bikes. So then I'm looking out and I notice like 30 of these kids are in front of the depot. And I'm looking out the window like, what the fuck's going on here? Right? So I go to the locker room and I saw a guy. We were rookies. He started the job a few months before me. So I dapped him up like, yo, what up, man? I was like, hey, what's going on, man? He goes to the bathroom. I go inside the swing room and I'm looking outside. And I'm like, what are these kids doing here? Right? And I'm looking. I'm like, fuck. Then I see 2 squad cars come in. And they come into the building, like past property protection. And normally, sometimes I walk in there, they ask you to use the bathroom. You let them in, use the bathroom. But they came in and they jumped out the cars aggressively. I'm like, what is going on? They come up to the second floor. And I looked at one of the guys and they were like aggressive. So everyone's looking. So me being who I am, I woke up. I'm like, what's going on, guys? Y'all all right? He's like, yo, we're looking for one of your bus drivers. So I'm like, okay, let me go get a dispatcher. Come with me. So I walk with them over to the window, and I say, yo, they looking for one of the operators. So the dispatcher comes out and he says, all right, what's going on? It's like, yeah, one of your guys hit a kid on a bike and he left the scene. And the guys followed him here and they called 911. And they described him. They said it was a champagne colored Acura, probably a light-skinned black or Latin guy with a shaved head. And he had on an MTA uniform. And I said, oh shit, that's homie that I just dapped up. And the dispatcher knew who he was too, because we both checked in at the same time. And I'm like, oh man, I got deflated, like, oh man. So then dispatcher looks at me, he said, you know what that is? Now, it's one of those weird things where I never knew his name, but we saw each other every day. And we don't have name tags. But I said, yeah, he in the locker room. He was like, yo, he got to come out. So the dispatcher went in there, he came out, and they didn't cuff him. Well, at least not in the building. They A1 hoops on salute. And they walked him downstairs, and I guess they put him in the car, and they went to the precinct, right? So the dispatcher was like, man, that's rough, man, because he's a probie. And when you're a probie, that means you're on probation for a long time. You're on probation for a year. And you can't do nothing wrong because the union can't help you. So I don't know what happened with that because I ain't seen him no more. I appreciate that, A1. But here's the thing. The police leave, they leave. I'm looking out, I'm like, man, I hope that there's cameras around that proves that he didn't do what the kids say he did. Because I hope he didn't, because that's what was said. I hope it wasn't what it was. I hope it was one of those situations where, because I've seen situations where cars stop and the kids be on the bumper of the car, and when the car stops, the kid rear ends the car and go flipping over the car. They were like, oh, he hit me. How? You rear ended the car, man. And these kids in the summertime out here, they wheelies in the street. It's annoying as fuck. These scooters everywhere. It's annoying. I seen a dude on one of those scooters run into the back of a Jeep, knock out the window, and then get back on the scooter and just keep it pushing. The dude's like, yo, my fucking window. No license plate, nothing. Your window's gone, $500. And this nigga got on the scooter. You stuck in traffic. You can't take off on him on foot. He gone. I hate those things. I really do. As a driver, I hate those things. But here's why I brought that story up. Police leave. And all the operators are sitting there like, damn, man, I hope homie ain't do exactly what they said. I'm like, man, I hope this gonna turn out all right. There's this one little nigga there, right? Bro, listen, man. I'm a fucking adult, right? I'm an adult. I play around a lot. When it comes down to the business, I use logic 100% of the time. So I got this little nigga there, right? He was also a rookie. He says, nah, man, you wasn't supposed to tell him nothing. And I look at him, I say, excuse me? He says, nah, man, you wasn't supposed to tell them shit. I said, what you mean? And he like shrugged his shoulders and walked off. I said, no. What do you mean? He said, nah, man, they come up on here, you know, they're all huffing and puffing and shit. Let them do their job. Let them find him. I'm like, nigga, are we on the block or are we on a job? What are you talking about? Okay, let's say they came up to your light-skinned ass and grabbed you up like, yo, hold on, get your hands behind your back. Where were you? Do you drive a champagne-colored Acura? But you in cuffs now. And just because you in cuffs don't mean you're under arrest. The handcuffs is for the officer's safety. Now what you got? What are you going to do? Look at us? Y'all going to stand there and let them do that? This ain't my business. We're bus drivers. That's the law. They're obviously looking for somebody. Now watch this. What if old boy that was in the locker room made it difficult for us? He sticks his head out. Oh, the popo here. I'm leaving the building now. Is he not making it hard for his co-workers? Is he not bringing unnecessary heat to us? We ain't do that shit. You did it. That's selfish, stupid. I wasn't supposed to say anything. What are you talking about, dummy? He's in the building. What happens if they find his car and be like, yo, y'all said that he's not here. His car's here. What, did he leave? You know what? Nobody move. Nobody move, man. Because now it's looking like something else. I hope y'all not hiding this dude. Do you know all of us could get hit with charges like that? Yo, is this guy here? I don't know. Don't ask me nothing. But we see the nigga every day. We just seen him. This ain't the block. This is the job that pays us quite well. You might want to respect it. You might want to respect yourself. And if that dude decided to play hide and go seek, he don't respect himself. He don't respect his co-workers. He's putting us at danger for something that he did. He did that. Fuck you mean? Man, everybody gave that kid the business. I'm like, man, you better grow the fuck up. What you mean? Shouldn't have said nothing. This man, get out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, stupid. YN mentality. I don't know how old, but I call him a kid because he looks significantly young. He's a short little nigga, too. You're a little nigga, you ain't got no criminal record, and you got this job, and you're blessed. And you out here with this YN mentality. Man, listen, you do some crime that's crazy, you got the law looking for you, you better not come near me. And I don't care whether you did it or not. If the law is no doubt looking for you, don't look to me. I can't help you, bro. You putting me at risk by asking me anything, by coming towards me. If I know the police is looking for me, I'm not going to none of my friends or family's house. I'm not doing that. Because as soon as I show up, they're in it. Fuck you mean? What is this street code? When you work in a job. You knuckle draggers are ridiculous. I'll hide them in my house, ass niggas. You dudes are ridiculous. And y'all be good and grown with children. And some of y'all got grandchildren. Don't do no criminal acts and come to my crib. I'm telling. It's not called snitching. It's called neighborhood watch. It's called you not giving a fuck about me and my family. Why are you at my door? Knowing you got the law looking for you. I can't help you. What do you want me to do? This ain't the movies. How long do you plan on being on the run? Is he planning on being on the run for the rest of his life? Do you know they probably froze his accounts? He has no access to money. Juice, what up? Do you know they probably froze his accounts? Do y'all know how this works? What's he gonna do? Put his card in the ATM and snatch out 10,000 or whatever it is? They're gonna say, okay, he uses money here. If he's in Idaho right now, is he using straight cash? Where is he? And I'm telling you right now, if it is a family member or a friend putting them up, they're going down with him. They're going down with him. Thank you, 88. You're a civilian. It's not snitching. As a matter of fact, if you're a criminal, I just want you away from me. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but respect my space. I told you, I got 2 friends that chose to play in the streets. They respected my space. Yo, I'm about to go do this and that. Okay, all right, bro. All right. Thank you for warning me. I'm out. Sid Mark, salute. They'll be having a conversation. They'll look like, yo, pardon me, I'm about to go get into something. So, y'all, we be like, oh, okay. And we walk off. We walk off. Ace Dad, it's good to see you. And 100%, that's why the hood is messed up now. We put ourselves in danger. Street code? Really? I'll have none of it. And I say that respectfully for those of y'all that live it or lived it, past tense. If you lived it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you lived it and you're a family person now, you know there ain't nothing out there for you in the streets. He says, is this all over the probation from the hit and run, or is it something different entirely? No. The probation was for the hit and run. Right? But now he done hit this chick and ran away. You know what I mean? So when you're on probation, you're not supposed to be, because probation is not forever, but it's for a certain amount of time issued by the judge. And he's supposed to not get into any trouble. He can't even get so much as a damn moving violation, because that's a violation of his probation. Again, he tried for his birthday to go to Japan, and the judge told him no. For his birthday, they told him no, man, that's a violation of your probation, man. I know it's your birthday, happy birthday, but you can't leave the country. They can't trust you to stay out of trouble, so they have to watch you for maybe a year or 2 or 6 months or however long it is. And sometimes they give you work to do. You got to pick up trash off the side of the highway. They did that to Chris Brown. He's dancing on the side of a fucking highway. Depending on whatever state that was, you might have saw him and not know it was Breezy. But as you can see, this kid needs a goddamn, he needs a guardian. Matter of fact, last time he was released, wasn't he released in the care of Coach Cal? And I said, when it marinated, I said, he's grown. Why is he being released into the custody of Coach Cal? And then he fucked that up. He rented some apartment, some big old apartment, and moved him and his kids in it. And they were like, whoa, that wasn't a part of the agreement. And then what they said, if I remember correctly, because I could be wrong about this, but he got like a condo and he moved Cal in it, and his explanation was, I needed more space for my kids when they came to visit or something, and Cal's place wasn't big enough. They was like, no, man, when we said you going into his care, you going to stay with him. This is a grown ass man, y'all. A grown man being treated like a kid. And all that was them trying to bend the rules to the best of their capability because he's an athlete, a star athlete. And he couldn't even get that shit right. This kid is a fabulous fuck up. To defend him at this point, you are enabling this trash. And this is disrespectful to himself, his kids. And I'm not even putting this behavior onto the community. Because there's only a handful of niggas that identify with this dumb shit. Ultimate Fight Club, salute. These dudes in Baltimore taught him how to box. But somehow, nobody sat him down and taught him how to be a man. Because once he got millions of dollars, you can't tell this nigga anything, and you see the results. So I showed my concern since they sick the dogs on him. But at this point, on Monkey Tuesday, nah, bro. You asking for it, bro. You asking for it. Do not come to my channel if the worst case scenario happens and I do what? Talk about it. Because it's absurd. As soon as they say, yo, we got the U.S. Marshals, he should have turned himself in that night, bro. Soon as somebody told him, hey, man, they got the Marshals looking for you. What? Oh, nah, I ain't fucking with that. No, it's over. I ain't fucking with that. No. This is 5 days. Is it 4 days or 5 days? 5 days, right? Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, it's 5 days. It's 5 days. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this. Look at this. I put Tank U.S. Marshals. Everybody's video came up. Aki, Blue Blood. Look, man. Yep. Now, as I'm doing this, oh, Xavier, you ain't know? Yeah, you been out the loop. Peter, what up, bro? He hit another chick, and it got quiet. You know, everyone was saying she's lying. You know, I'm just waiting for the facts. Then they said, yo, we had video. And then the peanut gallery was like, well, if there's video, how come the video ain't been released? They ain't got to release it. They don't play their hand. They told, bro, Swanson, salute, man. They don't play. They're not going to listen. Do y'all know how court works? Of course you don't. Because if you side with Tank, you probably got a criminal record and got caught doing stupid shit. They're building their case. They're building their case. That's all. They're building their case. That's what they've done. And they had a substantial amount of evidence. And when they went to go look for him, he gone. And now they can't find him. And they need help finding him. They need resources that proceeds them. So they got in touch with the U.S. Marshals, and now they're looking for him. And it's been 5 damn days already. Veneer, salute. It's been 5 days, and now it's dangerous. And I'm saying, okay, that day they did that, fine. The next day, though, everybody should have told him. He can't be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't know. Baltimore. You just did a video, and I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. You just did a video with a John Morant, John Morant, whatever that kid's name is, with his jersey on, of all NBA players, by the way. You know how I know Morant? Because I don't watch the league anymore. I told y'all that. You know how I know him? Because this fool, as talented as he is, was running around with a gun. And that made the news. I said, here we go. So as I'm looking at the video that Tank posted, I'm like, why do I know that jersey? And it was mirrored because it was backwards. Memphis, right? I said, why do I know that jersey? Oh, that's that Morant. I said, oh, that's that kid. The irony. The irony. The irony behind that. And when I saw that video posted, you should have read the comments. I should have, man, you know what? They still up. When Tank posted that, you should have read the glaze session in there. Oh, my boy's knees better. Y'all in trouble. Who's in trouble? The 17 motherfuckers he refused to fight, they're in trouble? Who's in trouble? Tell me who's in trouble. Name the motherfucking fighters in trouble. Oh, he's showing you that his knees working. I bet you I bet you his knees is your top priority of concern right now. I mean, how else is he gonna, service you? What did Blue call them? Knee pad boys? But Tank's so short. To most normal-sized human beings, he ain't got to get on his knees. Main biker in that super chat, he said Vargas Monkey Bros fought. Now Charlo's going at it. Oh, word. I've been calm about. I'll get to it, brother. Yeah, I've been, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. When stars dim, truth comes out. I just did a show talking about how I have to pull back on certain fighters because they're not on the right type of time that I am. I'll just watch them. But what happens is sooner or later, they get their Negro wake-up call, and it's never cool. And I ain't fighting on their behalf. Hey, skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills. Lions in the camp. Remember that? So I'm cool. Y'all go ahead and read that. I don't know nothing about that. But you know what, man? Life is disgusting. Life is disgusting. Xavier, if that's true, bro, that's crazy. At least if it's the Charlos, a girl could say, yo, I got confused. I thought it was Maul when it was Mel. I thought it was Mel when it was Maul because they twins. The Vargas boys. Jesus Christ. All right, man. What? Said girl even posted on Instagram like she was glorifying that she effed his younger brother. You know what? I don't know what's going on over there. Shout out to Fernando Vargas, man. This ain't your fault. Everyone's grown, bro. We ain't putting this on you, bro. Convos with Cam in the building. Salute, Queen. How are you? Oh, man, if that's all true, I don't know. But back to Tank, the basket case. Let's review.
Now at 5, a boxing superstar at the center of a multi-agency manhunt. World lightweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis is wanted on multiple charges, accused of domestic violence in Miami Gardens. And this is not his first run-in with the law. Good evening, I'm Lauren.
Wow, they wasted no time, right? And this is not his first run-in with the law. Huh? Y'all like that? Crazy, right? We tried to warn you.
Pastrana.
And I'm Jim Berry. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. CBS News Miami's Chelsea Jones is your reporter live in Miami Gardens with the allegations against Davis. Chelsea.
And guys, this happened back in October, according to Miami Gardens Police Department. The ex-girlfriend told officers that Gervonta showed up to her job, which is a gentleman's club in town, and he put his hands on her. And police say that they have surveillance video that corroborates those claims.
You heard that? It don't matter. Yeah, she thick, but she cute. Ain't no butts. She cute. Bottom line. What's her name? Hold on, what's her name? Because she's about to get a follow on the gram. What's her name? Let's bring it all the way. There she go. Chelsea Jones TV. She's about to get a follow on the gram. Chelsea Gram. Everyone go follow her on the gram. That's what y'all do. Freedom's March, salute. And they made sure they got a black woman to report on this. They made sure. Y'all don't understand how this works, do you? Y'all don't understand how this works, do you? Yeah, y'all go follow this. Matter of fact, let me pull up. Y'all go take a moment to go to Gram, go to search, and go Chelsea Jones. And y'all give this queen a follow. Hold on, let me bring it back a minute because y'all need to see her name. Y'all in the chat, y'all on it, right? Chelsea Jones. Y'all were on it. It was like, oh, she a thick sister. I'm like, all right. Chelsea Jones TV. Found her. And now we're giving her a follow. Y'all let her know the LDBC supports her. There you go. Shout out to Chelsea Jones. That's right. Oh, man, a few of my peoples follow her already. Shout out to you, Chelsea. All right. Now, let's get back to the business. Yeah, y'all follow her. Abdul said, you think she can cook? I hope so. Yeah, she can cook. Yep. So there we go. All right, now back to her awesome reporting on this fugitive, this lawbreaker, this woman beater, Gervonta. What you got to say, Chelsea? Give us a scoop, Chelsea. Let's go, ma'am.
They showed up to her job, which is a gentleman's club in town, and he put his hands on her. And police say that they have surveillance video that corroborates those claims.
Now, are the police lying? Lost with real Baltimore in the building. Salute. Rolly, what's going on? Yo, Xavier, you stupid. He said, thank you, Tank. Tank Davis, because of you, I know Chelsea Jones. Yeah, some good came out of this. Some good came out of this. We now support Chelsea Jones. Salute to you, Queen. Yes, ma'am. So they have surveillance video that corroborates the complaint. But these YouTube and Instagram lawyers running around talking about, we ain't seen no tape. They ain't got to show you shit. There's tons of cases happening right now that are caught on video. You ain't got to see anything. You know who has to see it? The court. You know what happened? She made a complaint. They went and got right, exactly. They went and got it from the club, brought it to the probably the police showed up to the club, let us see the surveillance. And they looked at it and say, yeah, that's what she said happened. Is it a crime? Yeah. Let's talk to the boss. There's something called the CPL, Criminal Procedure Law. According to the laws in Florida, yeah, he's in violation. That's definitely what he did. Well, we got to go get him. Y'all thought it was all good when he was running around giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving or whatever the fuck that was, or on Christmas, whatever, a toy drive, whatever he was doing. Y'all thought it was all good? Because that was the last time I think he appeared in public. So they mark in the building, salute. So they put all of this together and they say, well, now we got him. Let's go execute that warrant. Well, we went to his house. We went to where he hangs out. We can't find him. You sure? And they probably spun the block a few times, maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe more. Yo, we can't find this guy. He ain't answering his phone. We don't know if his phone's on or off. We don't know. Guys like that got a ghost phone registered to somebody else. They said, look, we can't find him. We're not equipped to go looking for people, so we need help. How do we get help? U.S. Marshals. And that's how we got here. Macaholic, salute. My brother Snoop. Rod Holman, salute. So this is where we at. And know this now. He did this. Ain't no one bullying Tank. He did this. All he had to do was answer the call. Yeah, they accused me of something. Let me go see what these niggas is talking about. Why you got the U.S. Marshals looking for your dumb ass?
Gervonta Tank Davis.
Most people know him as a world champion boxer, but now there's a warrant out for his arrest.
On the following charges.
Every Tank fan is calling this brother a sellout, I bet. Yo, man, you shouldn't be saying that, man. Why you got to put the black man, why that black brother got to be shaking the dogs on Tank, man? That is fucked up, man. Because, you know, when I was rocking with the LDBC, man, what happened, man, was I thought that y'all were pro-black, man. Here we are. You know what the difficulty is? Tank isn't. Those fighters I talked about yesterday, they're not. So I'll respect them as athletes, but as brothers, they're not. So I will be watching their work and just reporting what I see. But under no circumstances, if they cry racism in the future, they are on their own. I will point out the discrepancy, but that'll be the only thing I'll do. Like, hey, man, he's talking about this, and he might be right. But you know what? He's by himself on that. In other news,
Battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping.
Battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. And who's up there? I don't see nothing but black and brown people. Homie with the shades on, he might be of Cuban descent. But I see 2 black sisters, a bald-headed brother, and another bald-headed brother. Go ahead and cry racism.
The victim told Miami Gardens police Davis showed up to her job at a Miami Gardens gentlemen's club on October 27th.
The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other.
Police say he then forced her down the steps into a parking garage. That's where the victim says Tank let her go and she ran away.
See that? Now that's what she said. They said, all right, now mind you, the police are probably saying, there was probably some police officers saying bullshit, she lying. But we're gonna go see the surveillance video. And they probably said, oh shit, this is exactly what she said. Is this a crime? Yes. Well, he got to answer to this. And now we here.
She reported it 2 days later.
She has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which
She was just banging this dude for 5 months and he lost his head like this.
ended about a month prior.
So she broke up with him. And then texted, I heard he's texting this chick, you better not be cheating on me. She known him for a couple of years. for a few years, since 2022. For 5 months, they finally started hitting it. And then what happened? He beat those buns, and then she ended it. And then he shows up to the club and does this.
To the incident.
Both fighters knockout artists, both of them undefeated.
In July 2025, 3 months before this alleged incident, the boxer was arrested on a
After that face off, you know he pushed Rolly off the stage, right?
battery charge, accused of assaulting the mother of his children on Father's Day. This is video of him not speaking to cameras when he was released.
Now, why he hiding his face like niggas don't know it's him? He a little dude, bro. Look at him.
From TGK. The charges were dropped. In 2023, he was charged with battery, accused of slapping a woman. Florida prosecutors dropped that charge after the victim said she did not wish to proceed. In 2020, he turned himself in after this video.
I did not tell you this video was going to pop back up. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? I told you. They're running down his rap sheet. All these chicks aren't lying. They just say, yo, look, it's not worth the headache. The only time I rocked with him was with his baby mama tearing up the house and putting his toothbrush and baby shit and spitting on him. Past that, nah. All this other shit, this shit is crazy.
That appears to show him grabbing the mother of his child out of her seat at a charity boxing game.
Now, mind you, this video right here had this dumb, millisecond salute, had this dumb nigga, Victor Goodnight.
Good night.
That motherfucker got on my panel and said that this was okay. I got to find that live stream because I'm going to make it into a short. He said that this was okay. His rationale was, that's his woman, right? Well, yeah. She showed up with him. He doesn't own her. That's not his wife. Even if that is his wife, here's how this supposed to go. Babe, we leaving. No, I'm not. Well, I'm leaving. And leave her there. Fuck that. If that's your woman and you say, yo, I'm leaving, she's supposed to leave with you. But if she don't want to leave with you, you leave her there. And if it's a dysfunctional relationship, you know what you do? Change the locks on the door. Be like, yo, man, lose my number. Don't fucking call me. I'm Tank Davis. I'm a millionaire. I beat niggas up. I could walk out this door and back another bitch better than you. But you know what this is? His ego gets crushed when a chick challenges him. When I say challenge, not to a fight, but a chick will tell him, man, you get your little dick, you know, I don't give a fuck. You little dick nigga. I could deal with a nigga with less money with a bigger dick than you, and you my height, nigga. How do you insult the insecure man? How do you insult the insecure man? I'm gonna say it one more time. How do you insult an insecure man? There's ladies in the chat that'll tell you. You insult his dick and you insult his pockets. If you call him broke with a little penis, an insecure man be ready to jump off the tallest building in his city. Tank Davis stopped growing at 5'5". That's hell for him. Never mind the fact that he has millions of dollars. Never mind the fact that he had brothers around him that kept him out the street. Never mind the fact that he is a superstar. He don't count those blessings. He looks at what he don't have. And I promise you one of those things is his height. I promise you. Real shit, 1D. That's real shit.
You got millions of dollars in the bank. You got security. If that bitch ain't running leave, you be like, you know what? We out. Get up, got your security, wave to the audience and smile from ear to ear and leave her ass. You know what she probably would have done? Jumped up and ran behind him. Trill Will in the building. Salute. All right, y'all, I'm out. Tank's leaving. Tank's leaving the building. She'd have jumped up and ran behind him. Why you acting like this? No, bitch, stay at the game, man. Get away from me. Security, keep her away from me. You have options, or do you? This chick said she had a sexual relationship. She known him since 2022. She had a sexual relationship with him for about 5 months, broke up with him, and he come down to the goddamn club looking like Blade in the first movie, trying to cut up vampires to grab her and snatch her around the goddamn club. Are you kidding me? What grown, mature man behaves like this? Anybody justifying his behavior, there's something wrong. Yeah, Joe Townsend, he walked up in there. The techno music was playing. He walked in there with that black trench coat. It's Miami. It's 80 degrees. He don't give a fuck. And jumped over the bar and grabbed her ass by the neck. Get over here. And by the time we got the news, it was like, okay, another chick. She probably lying. She probably lying. She probably trying to come up. The police said, nah, we saw the video, bro. And then here come the fucking idiots online. Where the video then? Where the video? Where the video? They ain't got to show us anything. They saw it, and they said, all right, this is probable cause for an arrest, man. And when they went to go arrest him, he wasn't home. They traced him down. I bet you they called Kenny. I bet you they called Cal. I bet you they called a lot of people. They even called people in Baltimore. They probably had Baltimore PD driving around to where they probably went to the gym out there, places where he frequent. And when they said, hey, man, we can't find this dude. How do you find him? You got to call in the marshals. ATX, salute. He said he grabbed, bro said he grabbed her like Jax on Mortal Kombat. Gotcha. Oh, oh, oh. $1 million athlete. He can't fight Devin. He can't fight Tiafimo. He can't fight Shakur. He refused to fight Loma. But every time I turn around, he's suplexing bitches. What the fuck? Come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I told y'all, this video is never going away. He has a track record. And let me be clear, the chicks that did drop the charges, with the exception of Baby Mama, because she was proven to be a massive liar. These other chicks, just because they dropped the charges, that don't mean that he didn't do it. This chick said what she said. And they went and looked at the evidence and they say, yo, it's exactly what she said. And it's unfortunate, but this is means for us to go pick him up. This is a crime. And if he's guilty, why he's running. Ask any Tank fan that's riding with Tank through all of this. If he's guilty, why is he running? Tony's asking me, is he a drug user? He might. He might. He might. He might be. This is crazy.
I want to say I'm a boxer, puncher. I'm definitely explosive.
The United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force is looking for him.
Hi, Chelsea.
The Baltimore Banner reports that Davis told Inside Boxing Live that he had plans to hang up his gloves at the end of last year because he has 2 daughters that he wanted to be softer and more humble for. We have reached out to his attorneys and they have declined to comment. Live in Miami Gardens, I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
They reached out to his attorneys and they refused. D-Main, salute. They refused to comment. BZ, I don't know where the OGs are. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. Has anybody asked, has the Rise podcast gone live? I'm not over there. I'm asking certain, if y'all go over there, that's cool. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I'm wondering, has the Rise podcast hasn't gone live at all? When was the last time they've gone live? Can anybody tell me? I don't know. I don't know. I'm being serious. Has Kenny Cal been asked about this? And you know what? Even if they knew, let me say this. Even if they knew and they've been in touch with him, they can't reveal that they've been in touch with him, right? Because they become accessories. As soon as they say, hey, man, I spoke to him, he's all right. Before he gets off the stream, somebody gonna call him. You spoke to him, where is he? Well, he ain't here. Well, you can't just tell us that. You spoke to him. What did he say? Was it through text? Because you can harbor a fugitive long distance now. You know what they're probably doing? And I'm just giving y'all game. Any Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle that his team sends out to whoever, they're watching it. Because they probably froze Tank's accounts. Hey, man, somebody withdrew money from Tank's account in Vermont. And now this guy has $2,000 in his Cash App, and he sent it to somebody. Where this money going? Y'all don't think they do shit like that? It goes to this person. The Cash App money might go to 3 different people before it gets to him, cash in hand. Y'all don't think things like this happen? Y'all don't think things like this happen? They're going to find this dude, and every day he's still hiding. Hey, bro, listen. He'll be lucky if they give him a slap on the wrist at this point. This is day number 5. He'll be lucky if he gets a slap on the wrist. But let me ask y'all a question. Back to the OJ thing. If you're not guilty, why you running, bro? Why are you running, bro? Now, I was nice about it. I was concerned. I said, bro, please turn yourself in. Because the system, wants nothing more than to take you down. And all you're doing is helping them. Every time you turn around, this kid can't get out his own way. Y'all heard me say, Tank, please turn yourself in, bro. I don't want to read about you in a negative light. At this point right now, I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated. So, Tank fanatics who thinks I'm just out here hating on Tank, Eden, salute. I appreciate that. All you Tank fanatics that just think I'm hating on this boy, it's fine. Everybody say goodbye to Chelsea. I'm about to take off the screen. Everybody say goodbye to Chelsea. Bye, Chelsea. Have a good day, Chelsea. Everyone say bye. Say bye, Chelsea. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her on the gram. Have a good day. Have a great day, Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea. Chelsea Jones. That's Miami, right? That's Miami. Yeah. Follow Chelsea on Instagram. She's so pretty. All right, hold on. Xavier sent me something. Hold on. No way. It's her? Holy cow. Whoa. She's 29? Okay. I feel kind of dirty. Okay. She's a kid. Whatever. She's legal, but damn. I mean, come on. Give me a break here. I'm at that age, y'all, but whatever, man. Chelsea's beautiful. Anyway. D-Man said bring her black. Y'all go follow her on the gram, man. Salute to Chelsea Jones, reporter out of Miami. Salute to her. Y'all go follow her on the gram. Show us some support, man. Salute to her. Andrew Toppin, salute, brother. How are you? At this current junction, I always talk about quality over quantity. You know, whenever these tankaholic channels, they put Tank in their thumbnail and Tank in the title. They the peanut gallery, they need something to make themselves feel good because they can't articulate their unconditional love properly without sounding abnormal. So they need to go to certain places to get that fuel, to get those talking points. Oh, man, I can't articulate my homosexuality, so I gotta get it from somebody that sounds smart. So they go to certain places. And I've been to those places and I've listened for about 5 to 10 minutes and I'm like, this is word salad. This is word salad. It's nothing. Let me sum this up on a boxing point of view. Tank is the A side in every direction. Tank is the money man, right? Tank knocks everybody out in or around his weight division, right? All I ever said was prove it.
Stupid butts.
That's all I ever said. Tank knocks out everybody. Oh, okay. Yeah. He beats Teofimo. Yeah. He beats Loma. Yeah. He beats Devin. Oh, word? Well, why ain't he fight him? Oh, nah, man, because what happened, man, is, every time Devin said his name, Tank had something to do. Huh? He's the A-side, right? Yeah. So what was stopping Tank from saying, hey, don't fight him, fight me? It's worth more money, more back-end, PBC special back-end money. I'm the bigger name, I'm the bigger face. Don't fight him, fight me. Did he offer that? No, because you see the sun, moon, and the stars, and Bill Haney's hair, and, Devin's nose, and, that tattoo that Devin got is because of Tank, because, whoa. Ask you a question. Whatever his potential opponents had to do, if they had something lined up, did Tank say, fuck that, stop what you're doing. I want to hijack your payday. I want to hijack your payday and give you more. So you can make more fighting me than fighting that guy. Y'all do understand there's no way to spin this, right? I don't care how much dick math you do. Yeah, you take this and Al Heyman back end money and from the back hit the Al Heyman hit from the back end money and carry the one, and this is why Devin went over. Shut up! God damn it! Where's my button?
Shut the fuck up!
I'm not hearing none of that. This kid can literally do what he wants to do. And guess what, guys? See that? He didn't do it. The only person on this list that he fought is right there in the bottom middle. And how'd that work out? And here's the funny part. All we asked after his goddamn fanatics said he'll get him in the rematch this time, I said, fine. Let me see it. Because I ain't asked for that fight with Lamont Roach in the first fucking place. Remember that. I didn't ask for this in the first place. I'm like, why is he fighting somebody from 130? And what did his fans tell me? Shut up. He wants to break bread with his DMV brother. He knows him. Let him break bread with his DMV brother. He can't break bread with his Muslim brother, but he gets to break bread with his DMV brother. Got it. All right. So I left it alone. I said, man, he gonna knock Lamont Roach out in 5 or 6 rounds, and they're gonna act like it's the best thing in the world. And yeah, shout out to Houston for landing the fight. Oh, wait a minute, he's not going to Houston. What happened in Houston? What's that? Nothing? Nothing happened in Houston? Nothing happened in Houston? Uh-oh. All right, never mind. So they fought in Brooklyn. And by round 5 or 6, I'm like, Lamont's winning this fight. What the fuck's going on?
What?
Then he takes the knee and the grease in the eye and all this other shit. I'm like, all right. Press conference. What you doing next, Tank? Oh, well, I'm fighting next. He was here tonight. I said, oh, Shakur was there. He got to be fighting Shakur. Jamal, what up? Then Cass was like, nah, Jake Paul was there. I said, he can't be fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul, a whole heavyweight. Well, I'll be damned. I'll fight Lamont, but, you know, it's not going to be next Baltimore. Huh? But wait, Tank, you're retiring at the end of 2025. That's what you said. You said that. Then here come his dumbass fans. Nah, Tank is going to let him get the Jake Paul money. Stop hating on the black man. He gonna spin the block. He gonna fight. He gonna fight. He's gonna rematch Roach. And he gonna fight Devin. So leave him alone. Let him get his money with Jake Paul. Let him bend the knee to Jake Paul, but he couldn't do business with Turkey Al-Sheikh. You niggas, every time y'all justified what Tank did, he literally kicked y'all in your mouth. And y'all had to switch up what you said. Everything. We going to Houston. No, you're not. The PBC got financial problems. Blue Lion. Now the PBC got to team up with Golden Boy? What's going on here? 7-fight deal. Devin Haney, Shakur. But Jake Paul wasn't anybody. Jake Paul wasn't a part of none of that. His list, right? That's gone. Give us Lamont Roach. We didn't ask for that, but Tank's the star, right? Fucks around, gets a draw here. All we want is a rematch. He goes to give you Jake Paul. You fuck that up. You go beat up this girl, and now you got the U.S. Marshals looking for you. So never mind Tank for a second. Let me ask y'all a question about the Pro Tank channels. At this point, are they credible? Look at these faces that he could have given you since 2019. At this current junction, are Pro Tank Davis channels just screaming and hollering like he's the best thing since Jesus Christ? Are they credible? Yes or no? I'm going to go with no for 300. Half of the Tank fanatics can't name a good portion of the people I have in that damn picture. Get out of here. Marcus Walls in that super chat salute. He says they'll still defend his bullshit. Of course they will. Trey, what up? Of course they will. Absolutely, Rich. He's one of the main ones. I don't know what he got going on over there, but I bet you he got Tank in the meme and he's defending this dumb shit. Unless he's over there saying, Tank, dog, turn yourself in, man. Turn yourself in, man, with his stupid ass hoodie on. With his Allahu Akbar beard. Looking like a whole social media terrorist. Talking sideways. I don't know what the fuck that is, but whatever. Turn yourself in, man. Do your 3 months and come out, because I need you to get right with get that Jake Paul bread, man. You can still fight Jake Paul, man, and then then go fight. Go run that back with Lamont Roach, knock him out. Because you know what? Like I said before, when KO talk about anything else in reference to boxing, nobody cares. These niggas have become circus freaks for Tank. I just asked y'all, when was the last time the Rise Podcast did a live? Give me the date. Someone go over there, Rod Holman. Rod Holman in that super chat, he says. When was the last live stream or video that the Rise did? And I'm asking for a reason, because that's Tank's people over there. And I'm going to say it would be wise for them not to, because they'll go live. They'll have 2.3 thousand people in there. 500 of them will be ops, like actual law enforcement, because if you think they're not monitoring these channels now, do you know Tank done brought heat to the internet now? Do you know that? Do y'all know how deep this is? All of you that justify anything he did, your goddamn videos have now been compromised. Your phone lines are probably tapped. They're like, yo, why are these guys going so hard? Maybe they know him. Maybe he'll call them. Maybe they're funding his shit. Thanks to y'all unconditional glazing, they're probably monitoring your Venmo, Zelle, your Cash App, your PayPals. They're probably doing that. Now, you don't know Tank, but they're saying just in case. And salute to Del Riv in that Cash App the other day. I appreciate you. And salute to G. McCall way back on Friday. I'm sorry. I'll be missing these Cash Apps. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. Del Riv and G. McCall, man. Salute to you guys. I appreciate you. Y'all pages are hot for the wrong reasons now. You see? They're like, man, we need to find this guy. We got to cover all bases. Let's track his social media. And he has a fan base online. They're checking Twitter. They're checking all of that shit. Just because you're a U.S. Marshal, that don't mean you in the field. They have groups that monitor shit online right now. So anytime Fanon does a whole live stream defending this shit, they're watching him. Because they're like, yo, maybe, let's check his cash apps. He sent it to this person, that person sent it to this person, that person. He may have some sort of contact with this guy. We don't know, but we're going to check. Same thing with KO. This guy runs around fighting with people over this guy. And although he don't know him, he might know him. Kevs, what up? He don't know him, but he might know him. Iron Broski, salute. And now you're a victim of circumstance. You might have the feds watching your every fucking move. And where you might say, hey, man, it's not that serious. It might be to them because they're looking for this guy. And all you do is run around and defend him. Now, the Rise would be smart. The Rise might be smart just not to do anything because they're going to have 1,000 eyes on them. And people going to be in the chat, is Tank okay? They can't say. The only thing they could say is, I hope he's okay. I haven't spoken to him since 2 weeks ago, since last week, Wednesday. And then this shit happened. I haven't spoken to him. I don't know where he is. Delano, what are you asking? What is that? Who you alive, Celebram? Are you typing and driving again? Yeah. Yeah, Tank need to hire KO and Fanon as his defense attorneys because obviously his real attorneys have no comment. If you're an attorney, do you take this case? Because remember, attorneys, they got a line that they got to draw too. They have to be credible. And when people are looking to hire you for your services, they need to know what you've done. Oh, man, you defended Tank? That guy was guilty in all directions. You defended him. And what? There was no getting around that. Why would you? Well, okay. Tank fans are wilding to split the jail time with him. Yeah, main biker. And salute to you in that super chat. Yeah, they want to share a cell with him. They just want to stand next to him. And here's the funny part. He don't want to be next to none of y'all cats. Who are live? I'm just reading how it's written, brother. Who are live celebrity like Tank not be found? Like this something up. The Marshal. Come on. I don't know what you're insinuating. Are you insinuating that they got him already? You said something's up. You know what's up? He's on the run. You already said what I said. I hope he's not dead somewhere. I hope he didn't take his own life. I hope he didn't succeed where OJ didn't, because OJ tried to kill himself when he was on the run in the Bronco. I hope it's not that. They already said that. At this point, I'm mad because I'm assuming that he's alive and just being a dick. It's 5 days now with this bullshit. Come on. I hope he don't end up like that lady in the lake. And wait till I talk about that on Pep Talk. They done blamed that brother for offing his wife. Then they had video. Oh, she was last seen by this lake. And then they found the body in the lake. And all these sisters, well, women. I ain't going to say all because all of them are not black. All these women are apologizing to him. He didn't even do nothing. But then I did see this one nappy-headed nigga bitch. I still think he did it. He did something. Man, shut your whole life down. You go to the lake and jump in it. Stupid. I have no sympathy for chicks like that. The brother ain't do nothing. His wife went missing. He said she went to go get her nails done or something. He was like, I don't know where she is. She's missing. I need y'all help. People were like, yo, she was last seen at this lake. There was video of her with the car by the lake. Then they fished out the lake. When she did that, he was on the other side of town. He was home. He had nothing to do with that. He says, how is a live celebrity like Tank not be found? U.S. Marshals and all. Pray for Tank. I prayed for him already, brother. I did that. So what you're insinuating, that they found them and off them already? That's what you're saying? Okay. If that's what you want to go with. But that's a nice, cute way of trying to say he's the victim in all of this. That's real cute, Delano. That's real cute. How about answering the call after you put your hands on another fucking woman? And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If they find him dead and y'all want to run, if y'all want to run with the law did something to him, be prepared for the sisterhood to say that's what he get, because he keep putting his hands on women. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not having that argument. Remove me from that. Because what did I say after he got involved with the chick that tore up the house and he videoed it? I said, I hope he learned this lesson not to deal with these stupid ass women. Thank you, Stoop. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Patreon and Rumble. That's what I said. I hope this is the learning experience, because he dodged the bullet. She done called those white folk there. They showed up with the guns and all. And it turns out she was a liar. And obviously he didn't learn from that. So yeah, Delano, something is funny about it. But if the worst case scenario, like you're insinuating, shows up, which I don't hope on him. But if this was Devin, you know what Tank fans would be saying. But I'm not Tank fans. I'm better than them. I'm better than them spiritually. I'm better than them mentally. And I'm better than them as a black man. So I just want to point that out. Let that marinate. But if it's the worst case scenario, be prepared for the sisterhood to say, good. He's a woman beater anyway. And before you say, oh, they won't do that. Yeah, okay. When Kobe Bryant lost his life with those people on that helicopter, one of the first things that I saw online was, well, I don't feel bad because he was a rapist anyway. I said, wait a minute, what? That was proven in real time. The only thing he was guilty of was adultery. He ain't raped that girl. When they did the rape kit on her, they said, yeah, Kobe's was there. They said, wait a minute. Unless it was a gangbang, his wasn't the only one there. In fact, the only one there, it was the specimen that we took out that had an afro. There was one in there that was speaking Spanish. There was one in there with blonde hair, and yeah, this chick was getting it in. Her co-workers told on her. They said, oh no, she's a smut. And he was cleared. In a couple of months, he was cleared after losing shoe deals and everything. He was guilty of adultery, but he was not guilty of rape. And Kobe learned his lesson from that. The wild thing about Tank is that he hasn't learned anything. So if it's the worst case scenario, which I don't wish on him, be prepared for the sisterhood to lay this dude down. Be prepared for that. Y'all get ready to argue with the women. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm really not doing it, Delano. I'm not doing it. I rode with him with that baby mama shit. Past that, I'm not doing it. Nope. Be prepared. Kaz videos in that super chat. He says, them heifers celebrated Kobe's death because he wasn't married to a black woman. Exactly. There's that part. With Tank, there's going to be petty chicks talking about that's what he get for dealing with a bodyguard with a BBL. Some of these women are the most miserable things on this planet. But I'm telling y'all, be prepared for that. Tank fans don't know how to handle women anyway. I can prove that. One motherfucker during his live stream had his wife cursing him out. The other motherfucker was in the car, had his lady cursing him out while he was on live stream. Those are two different people. The other motherfucker was in another state trying to get BFTB to come back to his hotel room at 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't lie on here, y'all. My wife's gonna come through. Nigga, it's 2 in the morning. What do you mean come through? And why is your wife gone? What? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. These niggas better leave us alone, bro. I'm telling you. We got receipts. Delano says Tank deserves his day in court, and whoever is giving him advice, he needs to check him. Man, they caught a P. Diddy quicker than this. Listen, P. Diddy didn't go running. He does deserve his day in court, but he needs to go to court. He needs to go turn himself in. There's that. And as far as giving him advice, he's in his 30s now. He's not taking advice from people that he's paying. See what I mean? So for all you know, if you talk to his OGs, I'm pretty sure they'll tell you, we can't tell this nigga anything. They ain't gonna say it out loud online, because these stupid ass fans will start saying, oh, you turning on Tank, you flipping on Tank. No, we know him, you don't. We got him here. It was a joint effort. Kenny, Cal, and everybody else. It was a joint effort. We kept him off the streets and got him here. We made the mistake so he didn't have to. But now, we can't tell him shit. But they ain't gonna say it out loud. Y'all wouldn't hear it anyway. Y'all don't say, oh, they flipping on Tank. Y'all here hating on Tank. Mr. DJ, salute. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they said that about Luther too. Oh, I don't care about him. He gay. Hey, what? This man has given us decades of classic music. He dies, and you don't care because he was gay? You can't even confirm that. But what does that have to do? Wow. Yo, some of these women are just ruthless out here, bro. I'm telling you. So y'all Tank Davis fans, y'all prepare. If this is the worst case scenario, I hope he's brought back alive. But y'all check those comment sections and listen to these girls. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all do it. Because I'm not. He says, well, if Bounce, he with Russell Simmons in the Philippines. I don't know where that's coming from. But the farther he is, the worse it's going to be. The farther he is, the worse it's going to be. Because the brilliant part is his boxing career is over. He says, leave Tank alone. Hey, man, I want to leave him alone. I want to leave him alone. But, I mean, look. This ain't my people. Tank is not my people. So can you Tank fans stop asking me when you do speak to me? You black, right? Yeah. We all black. We're bliggity blacks. Yeah. But focus on how he don't like y'all. You know what I mean? Tank, the game is lame without you. Come on back. Fuck y'all. That's his response. I think it's time for Tank to be all in. You sound soft. That was his response to KO. I'm like, oh, shit. Not him. Not your number one defense attorney online. Not him. You don't say that to him. That's fucked up. And I made a little joke about it. I did. I made a little joke, but that's what I do here. I wasn't like coming for him. I made a little joke. And what does he do? He get mad at me. Shit, you get mad at me? I didn't say fuck you. I didn't say you soft. I was going at Tank. Hey, goddamn, not KO. You don't do that to him. Why would you do that? This guy, didn't that nigga say, I'm going to defend Tank against all enemies, foreign and domestic? Didn't he say, he said that? I said, that's a little extreme. I won't go that far with anybody. Because it comes to a point where my integrity is on the line. I'm just not going to do it. It's damn near like defending Donald Trump unconditionally. And I don't give a fuck if you grew up with him. It comes a point where you got to back off and say, whoa, hold on. I was rocking with him back in 84, but then I saw some things, and although I'm cool with him, he did do some silly shit. I got to distance myself. These cats ain't even doing that. Foreign and domestic. What does that mean? Was that just a line he said? Foreign and domestic? What is that? Oh.
Man crush.
That's what it is. I don't care how articulate you are. I don't care if you don't speak with that you sound like you got marbles in your mouth, because there's those niggas, and then you got these niggas that think they're smart, these college educated niggas. I don't care. Then you got the crackhead niggas, KQKC crackhead ass. I don't go to their channels, but I can only imagine what the fuck are they saying about this shit here. 5 days up. We're now on Monkey Tuesday. And the goddamn U.S. Marshals are looking for this dude. It's dangerous out here. Are y'all sending him cash apps? How long does he expect to stay away from this? Because you know the longer he stays away from this, the worse it's going to be. Don't look for him to get in the ring. What you want him to do is answer this so he could probably beat the case. But at this point, the fact that he's taking flight, they're going to hold this against him. I'm going to be shocked if when they catch him alive and he goes to trial, I'll be shocked if he gets less than a year. And I'm with it because I want to see him fight again. I want to see him fight his contemporaries. There's always that chance. The longer he stays away, the worse the charge is going to be. When they're reading the charges, they're gonna, I don't know how it's going to be worded. Warrant issued for your arrest on such and such a date, and you took flight for 2 weeks, 14 days and 14 days, 6 hours and 23 minutes. Automatic, that's a charge. Punishable up to 2 months, 4 months, 6 months. Y'all do know if he does fight again, y'all ain't gonna see him for a while. I don't know how long. The longer he stays away, the worse it's going to be. So yes, I done said my prayers. I really did. I asked God to get this kid back safely. I don't want him Swiss cheesed up by the law. I don't want him fighting with the law. I don't want to get online and say, oh, Tank Davis, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want that for him. He's a father at the end of the day, and the baby girls ain't asked for this shit. Who's watching his children, by the way? Y'all ever thought about that? Who's watching the babies? The mothers? Plural, the mothers? That's what I'm saying. This is why I'm doing this show. This is a shame session because there's a lot of shit y'all are not thinking about. And his fan base is not bright. In fact, they're retarded. But I ain't gonna drag out the point, man. Y'all go ahead and y'all do what you want to do. Y'all go right ahead. As a matter of fact, where's my... Wait a minute. Ooh, Lord, 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 Lord. Hold on. Hey, bro. Hey. Dumb niggas like sports prediction, aka buckle up boxing. Dumb niggas like this. Dumb niggas.
Some people say Baltimore.
Yeah.
And they say Avenue and shoes. Avenue. We got the blues. Baltimore people say Baltimore.
Yeah.
And they say Avenue and shoes. Avenue. We got the blues. Baltimore people say Baltimore.
Yeah.
And they say Avenue and shoes. Avenue. We got the blues.
Some of you niggas need to be shamed. Go subscribe to my brother Shelton, LDBC or nothing. Some of you niggas need to be shamed because you have no shame. You need to be ashamed of yourself. You have to pull back from this kid because you're not doing him any good. You're not doing him any good at all. You're hurting him. The longer he stays away, the worse it's gonna be. At this point, this isn't boxing. And I know there's gonna be a bunch of jackasses talking about, oh, Drew's out here hating on Tank. Okay, well, Tank hates women. Tank is a closet homosexual. There you go. Prove me wrong. Every time I turn around, he's beating up on a chick. Tank is an insecure short kid. Prove me wrong. I've seen people like this. Tank is a horrible father. Prove me wrong. Yeah, his daughters will say they love him. But how's he doing right by them by being on the run and having the U.S. Marshals chasing him? I didn't beat that bitch. Well, then answer your fucking warrant and prove it in the court of law. Well, I can't prove it. Well, that's your fault, man. What are you doing going to a goddamn club and doing that anyway? Why are you not in camp? You were supposed to be in camp about to fight Jake Paul. Why are you distracted by some bottle girl? Tank has horrible decision making. Prove me wrong on that. Debate that. Debate me on that. Because I'm no longer talking boxing with this dude unless he signs a contract and is in camp to fight somebody. And you're still not promised that because he was about to make $40 million. You know the $40 million y'all told us to leave him alone about? He chose a bottle girl over $40 million payday versus Jake Paul. Think about that. Anybody want to come up here and debate me about his decision making and justify it, you let me know. And I might entertain you because you'll be comic relief. You're going to come on here and try and sound articulate when you're really an asshole. You're probably going to try and take the conversation elsewhere. You can insult me personally. It's been done. But now you can't talk about boxing with this. We're on a borderline. We're borderline looking at a tragic ending for this kid. Borderline. Delano, I'm not giving him an out. You see this? No. You know why I'm not giving him an out? You say he has PTS. It's called PTSD. Chris, what up? He don't have no PTSD. Why would he have PTSD? Didn't y'all tell us Devin had PT? You said PTS. It's PTSD. So what you trying to say? Didn't y'all say Devin had PTSD after the Ryan fight and he proved y'all wrong? I said, no, he does not. Why, with the face of boxing, the greatest fighter that y'all have ever seen, have PTSD? What? Was he ever hit like how Devin was hit? Against a cheetah? Was he ever dropped like that? Y'all remember how y'all came for Devin? No, Devin's done. No, he ain't even gonna be the same. Y'all did all of that. This kid ain't got no fucking thank you, Brother Reef. He means CTE. That's what he means. Now, if you want to give him that, we could talk about that. You know, Riddick Bowe had that. He's holding his family at hostage with a gun. Y'all remember that? But guess what? You want to try and give him that? How about he got to go get evaluated for that? I said that Tank sounds like he retarded. He's been getting whacked upside his skull since he was a child. If y'all don't think that plays a part of his psyche, you're wrong. It does. But let him get evaluated first. As a matter of fact, they can say that. But let me tell you what the problem is. Let me tell you what the problem is. If he goes to court and they say, hey, he has CTE, guess what, y'all? He's never fighting again. He's never fighting again. It's over with. Oh, now we want to talk about sparring wars. But when we said that Devin beat his ass in sparring, y'all said it wasn't true. Brian Norman kicked his ass in sparring, and he admitted it. Elijah Pierce fucked him up in sparring, made him quit. Y'all said it wasn't true. We've been telling you about this kid. So if he has CTE, let him get evaluated for it. And once he gets evaluated for it, and it comes to the point where, okay, he has CTE, then it's over. Okay, he has CTE. Okay, so that's why he took flight. Okay, he's a little fucked up. He's going to do some time, but he's a little fucked up. Okay, but guess what? Whatever time he serves, when he gets out, he's never fighting again. Nobody will clear him to fight. And let me tell you something else. I'm not wishing that on him, but let me tell you something else. If you're a fanatic of Tank Davis and he gets diagnosed with CTE and you still want him to fight and I stand against it, don't call me a hater. I'm going to call you a chronic dick blower because you don't care about his well-being. If he's diagnosed with CTE, he need to go sit his ass down. Because he could die in a ring, stupid. I ain't calling you stupid, Delano. I'm just saying. The fanatics. Y'all don't know shit. Oh, well, he got a little CTE. He could come back and fight a light puncher. I mean, Devin don't hit hard. You dumbass niggas. Man, please. Stop. You're infatuated with this little Cabbage Patch Kid looking motherfucker. That's what you are. If you love this kid for real, you say turn yourself in. Let him get, they're going to evaluate him because he's a boxer. They're going to factor in all of that. He might get one too many shots upside his head. And if he's diagnosed with CTE, you better hope he's diagnosed with CTE. You know why? He won't get that much jail time because they say, oh, he has a mental collapse. There's something wrong with him. Okay, well, he's going to do some time, but we're going to take the CTE into consideration. But his boxing career, that shit's over with. And y'all will forever be on y'all channels talking about what he could have did. And that's still a dub for me. Because coulda, woulda, shoulda, and there was nothing but space and opportunity. Because you know what's real? He didn't. And this is before the CTE evaluation. Yes! So it's still a dub. Y'all knuckle draggers are retarded. But, you know, shout out to y'all. What, you don't like what I have to say? No! Why not?
Monkey! Yeah, go on! Yeah, man, come on!
Hello, monkeys.
I just unloaded the magazine on y'all. General's on. Let's head over there. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. Pep Talk tomorrow. But y'all follow me on Patreon. I take the gloves off over there. Play the music I want. I can F-bomb when I want. And I give you my opinion raw and uncut. I tone it down here on YouTube. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. And follow me on Rumble, because it's also live over there. You know what I mean? Man, salute to y'all. And by the way, Tank fans, please. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.